And with that, the first drive of the event is away. And he's probably not happy about that shot. And about 8 feet to the cup. And that putt's gonna drop for par. And now let's move to the second hole. And about 105 yards to the pin. Well, not a very great approach shot there. And the wind got the best of that one, I think. And this to save par. Ooh, and just inches away. And this for the bogey. And now the third hole tee off. And now let's see what can be done here with this lie. And not a long shot out of the sand, but back in the fairway nonetheless. And about 155 yards out. Looks like a 7-iron. This might be a bit too much club. And missing the approach on that one. Just too much club. And they're about 3 feet away here. And a good putt. And +1 on the day after that hole. And now the fourth hole. Going with the 5-wood. And this one's looking pretty good. And sorry to mislead you folks, but I did not see that going into the rough. And this putt is needed to save par. And finishing the hole with a solid putt. And after that hole, staying right there in second place. From about $150. Going with the 9-iron. And this is not going to be enjoyable. Missing the approach on that one. Not enough club on that one. And a shot like that is putting par back on the table for this hole. Nicely done. And that one will drop for par. And they will stay in second place after that hole. And teeing off on this par 4. It's looking like it's heading into the fairway. Here's a 9-iron. And And this putt is for birdie. Okay, and let's see what the 7th has in store. And nicely done, looking like we'll have some fairway here. From 240 yards out. Pretty sure that's the 5-wood. Not the best approach shot we've seen today. And that's kind of been the trend for him today. He hasn't been hitting those greens when he needs to. "12 feet to the cup." And that one goes in for the bird. And after that hole, 1 under for the day. And now getting ready to tee off on this par 3. And here's an 8-iron. Well, this one's still quite far away, but it is definitely on the green. And this putt's for par. And a nice putt there. Currently sitting at 1 under for the day. Okay, and on to the 9th. Well, this one's looking like it's finding the fairway. From about 135 yards out. Taking a shot with the pitching wedge. Looks like the pitching wedge was a bit too much club on this one. And about 13 feet away here. Ooh. And this one for bogey. Okay, and let's have a look at the leaderboard. Okay, and the 10th hole. Well, this one's looking like it's in the fairway. From 140 yards out. This one's looking good, folks. And this for the birdie. And finishing the hole with a solid putt. And after that hole, 1 under for the day. Okay, now moving on to the 11th. Well, I'm pretty sure this is going to land in the fairway here. And the forecast calling for sand here, folks. Nothing wrong with that. 22 feet to the cup. Ooh, it looked close, but just didn't go. And this putt is for par. And after that hole, 1 under for the day. And next up is a par 4, folks. And talk about getting a hold of a drive. This is incredible. And about 215 yards away. Going with the hybrid here. Okay, from 30 feet out. Oh my goodness. That was a nice putt, but just missing there. And now let's take a look at the leaderboard. And after that one, he's still tied for the top. And he will like that. And this putt is for birdie. Solid putt. And sitting at 2 under for the day. And setting up now on the 14th tee. Well, you'll probably like that. From 22 feet out. Ooh, just missing here. And tapping in for par. And after that, he will fall out of first place. And next up is the par 5. And I think he will be pleased with that. Going with the 9 iron here. Well, this is definitely heading towards the green. And with that, he's on the green. And about 10 feet to go here. For the birdie. And he is moving up on the leaderboard after that hole. About 100 yards to the pin from here. And pretty sure he's going to like that. And this for the birdie. And that putt drops. And let's see what the 17th has in store. And going with the 7 iron on this one. It looks like it's going long. Well, looks like that one will play on the green. And about 40 feet to the cup. And this one looks about 4 feet. And that putt drops for par. And currently sitting at 4 under for the day. Teeing it up here on the 18th. And about 190 yards to the pin. And that looks like a 5 iron. I think this shot might be a bit long. And this is to save par. And the putt will drop. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for some golf. My name's John McCarthy. So glad you could join us, and I can't wait to get things started here on the TGC Network. We are back and excited to bring you our 6th event of the season, and we are on the first hole tee-off to tell you all about it. He had a great round yesterday, and I'm expecting some of the same today. And this putt's for birdie. Oh, and the long putt almost drops. And now setting up for the next par 4 hole. And this shot he's taken through the branches. And he's taking this through some brush here. And still in the deep stuff after that shot. And about 12 feet from the cup. And that one will drop for par. And he's going to stay right where he is, even par after that hole. And setting up for the par 5 hole. And I doubt he's very happy about that shot. Well, at least this lie will be better than the last. Okay, and about 145 yards left. Going with the pitching wedge here. And he's on the green. And this one's for birdie. And a decent putt. And now setting up on the par 3. I think that's a 5-iron. This one's looking pretty good. But in actual fact, that ended up in the rough. And to save par. And a nice putt. And currently sitting at 1 under for the day. And now setting up for the par 4 tee off. It didn't look like he had clean contact on that one. And to the folks at home, it's looking like sand. Now let's see the escape plan here. What's it going to be? Uh-oh, this is looking not good. And unfortunately, that one went back into the beach. And that shot out of the bunker is putting par back on the table. And that putt will go for par. And 1 under for the day after that hole. And now the 6th hole. I don't think we'll find some fairway here. From 125 yards out. And going with the 9 iron. And he may have overshot the green on this one. And that is not bound for the dance floor. Too much club. And about 4 feet from the cup. And the par putt drops. And after that hole, 1 under for the day. And let's see what the 7th hole has in store today. And I think he's going to like that. Well, this shot looks a bit off. And I think he will be happy with that. "16 feet. Ooh, that was very close. And tapping in for the par. Currently sitting at 1 under for the day. And the wind could come into play on this one. I know some others have had some issues. Let's see how this tee shot goes. Yeah, it looks like a 5 iron. And this shot's proving to be not as long as I thought, apparently. And par on this hole just got a whole lot more possible with that shot. Oh my gracious, that was close. And this one's about 2 feet from the cup. And on to the 9th hole. Okay, this one's looking pretty good. And let's see how this one goes. They're setting up below the hole. I think he's overcompensated here. He's flying the green, I think. And about 4 feet from the cup. And the bogey putt will drop. And let's see what the 10th has in store. Whoa! And a very nice chip in there from the rough, no less. And moving on to the 11th hole. And I think he'll like that. And it looks like it's going into the deep stuff. And about 8 feet to the cup from here. For the birdie. And now teeing off on this par 4. And he's probably not too pleased with his performance there. And I think he's going to like that. And this putt's for birdie. And after that hole, 1 under for the day. All right, let's see what happens on the 13th hole here. And to save the par. And that one will drop. And after that hole, 1 under for the day. Okay, let's see what this tee shot has in store on the 14th. And this drive's just smoking, folks. Yeah, I think he'll like that. And about 14 feet to the cup. For the birdie. And now teeing off on the par 5. I think he'll like that. Well, the approach did find the green, but quite a long distance putt ahead. And just a fantastic putt from that length. Forget about it. And now setting up for the par 4. It appears to be heading for the fairway here. And about 105 yards to the pin from here. Looks like this one's heading for trouble. Well, that approach shot's not going to be on anyone's highlight reel, I don't think. Just not enough club on that one. "16 feet away." And the par putt will drop. And today currently sitting at 3 under par. Okay, and moving on to the 17th now. And not the greatest of swings on that approach shot. Just not enough club on that one. And this is about a 4-footer. And that one drops for par. And currently sitting at 3 under for the day after that one. And it's looking like this is bound for the short stuff. And about 210 to the pin from here. That looks like the hybrid. And that's not what they wanted on their approach. Just didn't have enough club. And this is right around the 8-foot mark. Oh my lands, that was very close. And this one is for the bogey. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're ready for some golf because it's almost guaranteed to be a good time here on the TGC Network. Our third round action is about to begin. Let's get down to that first tee and see how this unfolds. And hitting from 195 yards out. Going with the 5-iron here. And I think he's overshot the green. And missing the approach on that one. Bit too much club on that. And this putt is essential to save par. And that one's right in the cup. And teeing off on this par 4. And I am pretty sure he's going to like that. 125 yards to go here. And this one's definitely heading towards the green. And this one's for birdie. And now setting up for this par 5. Well, this one's looking pretty good. I think he'll be happy with that. And about 100 yards to the pin from here. And this one's heading towards the green. And this for the birdie. Nice little putt. And teeing off on this par 3. And that looks like a 5-iron. Well, I don't think they meant to do that on the approach. Not enough club on that one. And if this putt drops, they can save par. Ooh. That was very close. And this putt is for the bogey. Okay, let's see what the 5th has in store today. And this shot's looking promising. Okay, about 165 yards to the pin. Going with the 8-iron. from 31 feet out here. And tapping in for par. And currently sitting at 1 under for the day. And next up is a par 4, folks. Well, I think this one's going to find the short grass. I think you'll like that. This one's about 10 feet from the cup. Oh, and just doesn't want to drop. And this one's for par. And finishing this hole out with a solid putt. And 1 under for the day after that hole. And teeing off on this next hole. Wind could be an issue on this one. And, well, I guess we're about to find out. Yeah, this is looking fairway bound. Yeah, this one's close call. This could be in the rough. Okay, and let's see what the plan is here in the sand trap. And when you have a shot like that out of the sand, that's going to make getting birdie a whole lot easier. And that one drops for the birdie. And now setting up on this par 3. Going with the 8-iron here. And he's on the green. Putter's coming out. And this is for birdie. And finishing this one with a good putt. And now the 9th hole. And about 160 yards to the pin. And here's an 8-iron. This is going towards the green here. This looks like around a 4-footer, I'd say. Finishing this hole with a solid putt. And 3 under for the day after that one. And now setting up for the next par 4 hole. Yeah, I think this one's going to find the fairway. And from 150 yards out. This one's looking a bit long, folks. And I think that'll play safely on the green after that. Oh, that was very close. And this putt's about a 2-footer here. And after that one, 3 under for the day. And next up, we have a par 5 hole. Well, so far so good for this one. And setting up for the 38-footer. It's about 6 feet to go here. And that one will drop. And after that, hole 3 under on the day. And moving along now on the 12th hole. This one's looking pretty good so far. And about 235 to the pin from here. And here's the 3-wood. Poor luck on that approach shot. Too much club. And this putt to save par. Ooh, and just inches away from greatness. This putt's looking to be about 2 feet. And now the 13th hole. Going with the 3-wood. Well, it's not on the top of the list of best approach shots today. Didn't have enough club on that one. And after that one, let's take a look at the leaderboard. And after that one, 2 under for the day. And setting up now on the 14th hole. Pretty sure he's going to like that one. Oh my goodness. And with this, hopefully they can save par. And a decent little putt there. And currently sitting at 2 under for the day. And now teeing off on the par 5. And a promising looking shot here. All right, and the putter's coming out now. And this putt's for birdie. Ooh, almost. And for the par. And after that one, sitting at 2 under for the day. And now setting up for the par 4 tee off. And nicely done, looking like we'll have some fairway here. This one's right around 8 feet. Oh, that's bad luck there. And this putt is for par. And after that hole, 2 under. The next hole we have before us is a par 3. Let's see what happens. It's about a 10-footer from here. For the bird. And moving on to the 18th hole. I think we'll find some fairway here. And this next shot, setting up below the hole. All right, and he's on. This putt's for birdie. Oh my goodness, that was close. And this one's about 4 feet from the cup. And a nice putt. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John McCarthy, and I'm giving you all of the welcomes for joining us today here at this event brought to you by the TGC Network. We are getting ready to bring you down to the first tee, and we are going to see how this final round goes here today, folks. Let's go. From here, about 190 yards. And going with the 6-iron. And nothing wrong with that shot. And this putt is for birdie. Oh, and a very solid attempt at what was a daunting putt. And now the second hole tee off. Well, this one's looking like it's in the fairway. Okay, and from 150 yards out. It looks like a 7-iron. And 7-iron, just a bit too much club for this one. This one's about 6 feet away. Oh, that was close. And this putt is for bogey. And this putt for double bogey. And now we're gonna take a look at the leaderboard. And next up is the par 5. Well, I'm pretty sure this is going to land in the fairway here. Going with a pitching wedge here. And a bit of a poor approach shot there. And I think they'll blame that on the wind. Oh, I thought that one was gonna be in. And just about to tee off on this par 3. I think that's the hybrid. And that next putt is going to be an epic one, that's for sure, but they're on the green. And it's about 3 feet to the cup from here. And that one's going to go for par. And now teeing off on this par 4. From about 145 yards out. Looks like this could have a bit too much club on it. Well, it turns out that one's safely on. 35 feet to the cup. Just missing here. And about 6 feet to go here. And the par putt will drop. And after that hole, +3 on the day. Setting up this shot in the rough. And he's got to be happy with that. And this putt is for birdie. Ooh, and that was very, very close. And for the par. And that putt will drop. And currently sitting at +3 for the day after that hole. It's looking like it's heading into the fairway. I think this is going towards the rough here, folks. And folks, this one is in the rough. And I think he will like that. 12 feet to go here. And that one will go for birdie. And next on the plate is the 8th hole. And that approach is on with a lengthy putt coming up. This one looks about 4 feet. And that one drops for par. And currently sitting at 2 over for the day. And now setting up for the par 4. And he can't be too happy with that shot. And nothing wrong with that shot. And this one's for birdie. And for the par. And that one will drop. And 2 over for the day after that hole. And teeing off on this par 4. It appears to be heading for the fairway here. From 145 yards out. Going with the 9-iron. And setting up 13 feet from the cup here. And that putt will drop for birdie. And now the 11th hole. And this shot's looking promising. Well, that shot's looking not too good. I think he'll like that. And this putt is for birdie. And that one will drop. And let's see what the 12th has in store. Well, I think this one's going to find the short grass. And about 220 yards away. Unlucky on that approach shot. And that's weird because he's been doing pretty well with his greens in regulation today this round. And this putt's right around 2 feet. And he's going to stay right where he is, even par after that one. And time for the 13th here. And this is not looking promising. Oh man, and no beating around the bush here. They're going straight at it. And this putt could save par. And finishing the hole with a solid putt. And after that hole, he will remain at even par. And next up is a par 4, folks. Well, this one's looking pretty good. And I kind of wish I was right on that one, but that shot actually ended up in the rough. This putt's about 3 feet away. And after that hole, he will stay at even par. And setting up now on the 15th tee. And I think he will like that. From here, it's about 100 yards to the pin. And I think he's overshot the green here, ladies and gentlemen. And this to save par. And that putt drops. And after that hole, he will stay at even par. And now setting up on the 16th tee. And it's looking like this is bound for the short stuff. About 100 yards to the pin. Okay, and he's on the green now. This one's about 9 feet away. Ooh, that would have been good. And now let's take a look at the leaderboard. And he's going to stay right there at even par after that hole. And number 17. And going with the 7-iron on this one. And he's probably going to like that. And this putt is for birdie. Ooh. And now let's take a look at the leaderboard. And after that one, he'll stay at even par. And picking up on the 18th hole action here. Let's see what happens. I think he's going to like that. Okay, about 185 yards to the pin. I think that's a 5-iron. Now he's on the green. Time for putting. This next putt for a final round score of 71. And that one goes for birdie.